Alright, what is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Hungering Void Brawl. We are playing some Mengsk today. Let's get right to it, boys. Brawl modifiers. We have a Dehaka. I'm gonna send out some SMG boys, actually. So, boom, 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 boom. Anyways, that's just a little squad, a little hit squad of SMG boys. I'm gonna probably turn these guys into Warhounds. I actually don't know. Maybe I'll turn them. Actually, no. I'll keep them as LMG boys. So. The Brawl modifiers. So we have the Dehaka, we have Void, so our units just can't see as far, and we have Unstoppable. So whenever our units kill something, they gain extra HP permanently based on how expensive that unit was. So that SMG boy, the Dehaka just ate. He gained 4 HP, 4.5 HP to be exact. But the SMG, what he ate another one? That's illegal, man. SMG boys, you guys really have no DPS. Come on. Come on. Oh my, he ate a third one. Bro. They're like eating like little baby snacks out here. They're getting eaten. Oh my god. The Dehaka finally got a kill. Alright. This is why you don't have SMG boys. You need LMG boys. In terms of royal guards, I was just planning on getting some Aegis guards. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, damn, royal guards are great snacks for Dehaka. So I probably won't even get them. I think I'm just going to have lines of LMG boys. Because the LMG boys get health. Does that guy have Asteria rates already? Oh my god. Alright, boys. Well, I can't exactly get detection right now, because I put all my money into LMG boys, but you know, we'll just have to live with it. Gary is going to murder all of these guys. Very, very depressing. Anyways, well, that happened. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever, it's fine. Please tell me this guy's detection, or like, you know, I don't know. We gotta get like rocket boys to take out Gary. I don't know what we're gonna do here, I'll be honest. But yeah, that Asteria Ray, oof, he'd be harvesting. He eating good. But yeah, I'm gonna need a rocket boy bunker for sure. Rocket boy bunker will deal with most things, but LMG boys are so bad into Gary. I don't actually know what I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm just gonna send them in there, and they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Someone's gonna have more than 70 HP eventually, and they'll be able to not die instantly. You know. Come on, detection. Any moment now, I can scan. Any moment now, I can scan. There we go. There we go. I ate the Wraith. Turned around, ate the Wraith. Okay, well, I need something to do with those with Gary, because Gary just kills all the LMG boys on one side. Like, these guys are just dead. Is there any LMG boy that's gotten tankier? There's one. Are you serious? Okay. Well, here, give me all that money back. Get some rocket launchers. You guys figure it out. Get some rocket launchers. I'm gonna send them in there. I'm not gonna bother going for a royal guard unless I can get one that hits hard. So I might actually go for an August grad. As crazy as that sounds, I might actually go for an August grad. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. Dehaka's gonna eat it. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just gonna drink some coffee. Hopefully, like, not burn my hands off while I reach for the coffee pot. There we go. Delicious. There we go. There we go, rocket boys. There we go, rocket boys. Figure it out. I got a squad of rocket boys over there. Maybe I'll keep the rocket boys on the side, like on the flanks, left and right. Oh no, there's a Gary. Super Gary at that. Oh my god. Well, we're gonna need some more rocket boys. Oh, I'll put down my coffee. I recently got like this giant like coffee container, I guess. Like this little thermos that I'm just using for unequipped weapons. Thank you very much. That I'm just using for coffee. Because I'm like, damn, bro, I could really, you know, stop buying coffee from McDonald's, because it's bad for my wallet right now. I realize I've been spending a little too much, and I'm just like, man, I should probably cut back a little bit. But yeah, got some more extra healing. I don't know how useful that's gonna be, but you know, we'll see. Keep my boys a little spread out here. Super Gary gonna send out 2 blasts. Which is going to be pretty nasty to deal with. I think with the boys, you just want DPS with the boys. Oh, Oh my god, he's got two of them. He's got 2 irradiators. Come on. Oh, did they take it down at least? Oh, did one of the boys take it down? I don't know what took it down. Somebody took it down. Is it this guy? Oh my god. They didn't gain HP. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Fine. Alright, well, we'll just need to have 3 hit squads of boys. We'll have a hit squad in the center as well. I don't know what we're doing. None of the boys are really gaining too much HP though, because the AoE is so tough to deal with. Oh, that guy's 125. Oh, he's a champ. That guy's champ, boys. He's champ. These guys have SMGs, so they're not gonna get anywhere. I'm surprised none of the Rocket Boys have any kills. Oh my god, are you serious? And then we got some Hydralisk. Why does this guy have Hydralisk? Very, very interesting. Come on, take him out. Take him out, Rocket Boys. Take him out, Rocket Boys. There we go. Kill those Hydralisks. Get them out of here. There we go. Hydralisks are free money. Oh, jeez. Oh, my. The carnage. The carnage. We got Sam over here. He dead. This guy has no anti... Oh, his anti-air is just a bunch of Sky Furies. That might actually be not too bad of an idea. Because it's good against Dehaka eventually. Because they're anti-massive. Maybe I'll get some... Maybe I'll get some ready for dust-offs. Get some ready for dust-offs. So we don't get dusted off instantly. Dual Resuscitator. Then we'll get the Scatter Veil. Yeah, you know what? I might just buy a bunch of Sky Furies. It's looking like that kind of angle. Because there's a Haunted Horner as well. Sky Furies don't beat Nameless Vikings, but you know, maybe they can get thick enough that they'll be able to start trading, you know. Let's see. There we go. Rocket Boy's gonna take him down. LMG Boy's just gonna bypass the Gary and just go straight for the base. Come on, take him down, boys. Take him down, boys. Show him what you got. There we go. That Mecha Ultra charged right into my Dehaka's mouth. So that was pretty good. There we go. Come on, Rocket Boy. Take him out. There we go. There we go. He's got 150 health. That guy's a champ. 150 health. He's a champ. Oh, and he died. Whatever. It's fine. He died in service of the cause. That's a lot of rates. I might just keep buying Rocket Boys. They seem more cost efficient, and they actually stack harder. Let's get some Who's Gonna Rescue Me's, and then probably get some more LMG Boys. We got some new supplements for our boys. Now they're extra thick. Oh my god, I have so many mosquito bites. I don't notice it when I'm hiking, but like now that I'm like just chilling, I'm like, damn, bro, it's so itchy. I should have taken some of that afterbite. Like when I was there, I was like, nah, I don't need afterbite. I don't need afterbite. I don't need none of that stuff. And now I'm just like, yeah, that would be pretty good right now. Come on, Super Gary, why he's so thick? Stop him, somebody. Use your rockets. There we go. Oh my god, I need so many Rocket Boys to take down Super Gary. I think that's probably better though, because like eventually they'll get thick. Oh, there's a Deimos Viking. I don't actually know what hero, like what Royal Guard to get. I think I actually might want to go for an Aegis Guard. I'm thinking Aegis Guard might actually not be a bad idea, because he front loads a lot of damage, and he deals with the he deals really nicely with the Ultralisk and everything else that's on the ground. I swear we're against 2 Stepmans, right? Like I'm not tripping, right? There's 2 Stepmans and they both have Super Garys, right? Like I'm not tripping balls or something, right? Aegis Guards are also decently good against the Dehaka. Not ideal, like, but you know. Yeah, I think there's 2 Stepmans. I remember seeing 2 mecha things coming up. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and save some dollars for some more Ultralisk here. I mean, to deal with the Ultralisk. Sorry. But yeah, my LMG boys, they doing God's work out here. They holding down the fort. This Rocket Boy has 255 health. God bless. Oh my god, he's so strong. Yeah, behind Horner, if they go for the air transition, it's like we're kind of boned. I might actually want to slam all of my Aegis Guard in one area, so we have just huge concentration of force, and then we just power through. Actually, the Lings are powering through right now. This is why you always gotta have ground units, boys, or else this happens to you. Although I've done that mistake a few times too, but we just need 1 Fire Breath. We need 1 fire breath. I got you. I got this. I got this. I got this, boys. 80 damage. You gonna pull up? Roast that Nexus. Oh, no. No, man. Oh, ow. I just hit my elbow. Man. That was close. Yeah, that focus strike algorithm is still going. You see that? It's still going. Okay. Overview. I didn't do that much damage. Oh. I guess my boys weren't as effective as I thought they were. I guess the Sky Furies actually were hitting pretty hard. Actually, you know what? Tychus was hitting really hard. He was doing good. But yeah, I think the Gary's really messed up my boys. Like in any other situation, the boys would have been pretty good. The Gary's just the double AoE on them, so tough to deal with for the boys because most of them literally don't have enough HP to tank it. But once they get a kill, you know, like this guy, 255, champ. Might just guard, you know, he got a cool pose going on. Didn't even contribute anything to the battle. Oh, wait, there's a Hunger Hunter. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe the boys weren't it. Maybe the boys weren't it. There's so much AoE. How did their Garys do? 2,000. 1.6, okay. I don't know. Guess we kept that under wraps. Alright, let's go into the tier list, boys. Alright, and we are back. Man, it feels like forever since I've done a tier list. I feel like I've missed like a tier list like 2 or 3 times already this week. I mean, this year. But anyways, let's get on to it. So, Brawl modifiers, we got LIZZY Brigade. Everybody gets a free Dehaka. We have Void. We got vision range of units reduced by 3. And we have Unstoppable. Units gain HP equal to 10% of mineral value killed. So, I actually think overall strategy is pretty similar to your regular Unstoppable Brawl. You just want to have high DPS units, so just units that do the most damage as you can, preferably as cheap as possible as well. And you want to mix in some cheap melee units. Actually, you don't even need to mix in the cheap melee, I would think, because you have Dehaka to give you vision range, I'll be honest. So, I don't know, Void's just, I guess, nullifying a little bit of tanks. But here's where I think things stack up. I think anytime there's Unstoppable, Kerrigan is low-key actually the strongest because of her very powerful Hydralisk that have ridiculous DPS. I think they have like 70 DPS or something, 70 to 80 DPS when they're on their stim. So it's crazy. And Kerrigan herself is pretty good against Dehaka, like if you want to just put her down to start, and then you can just buy a bunch of Hydralisk. And I think you don't actually need to build melee units. Yeah, your Hydralisk don't have as much vision range, so they have to step up and stuff, but you can probably, like, your frontline will probably stay alive for long enough. Frontline being your heroes, that it'll be fine. Next, I think, is Dehaka. He's pretty good if you, I think Ravasaurus is probably what you want to open with 2 Dehakas. That just nullifies most threats that are like big, and then you can probably transition into something a bit more late gamey, like maybe an Impaler. I don't know. Probably need some sort of anti-air though. That's Dehaka's one weakness though. Just like the anti-air component is just is not there. Maybe you could use Hydralisk. Not a fan of Dehaka Hydralisk. They're like, their DPS just isn't as high. But hey, you know what? If there's a week to use Dehaka Hydralisk, it's this one, because they will at least have a little bit more health. Alarak is here because he's actually of all the commanders, I think he can still build his Wrathwalkers and Vanguards and do very well, because you'll be up against lots of particulate units, and you just need splash damage and or ability to kill stuff like Dehaka. Actually, enemy Dehaka does sort of nullify Alarak's ability to be able to mix Vanguard Wrathwalker, because if your opponent eats your Wrathwalker, your Vanguards will literally kill themselves. Because of Thorns. I think Thorns triggers on every single attack the Vanguard hits, and the Vanguard hits 6 times. So, not fun. However, Alarak is pretty good against Dehaka himself, and just, you know, you also have a Dehaka, probably Wrathwalker opener, and then you'll have to get some sort of AoE. Alarak's usually pretty good at shutting down stuff like Marines and like BOIZ, because they simply don't have enough health to start to survive a shockwave from Alarak. In the A tier, we have Stukov. I think Stukov is a mix of Jumpy Boys and Banshees, or Jumpy Boys and Diamondbacks this week. I think that's the call. I don't think Marines will be good because Dehaka exists. Dehaka is ridiculously durable against Stukov Marines. You don't want to build bunkers either, because that will just give enemy Dehaka Thorns. So it's going to be that sort of angle. And I mean, I'll be honest, that's a pretty good angle. Nova, I think, is really good with Marauder Commandos. I think you could probably just build that unit, and unless your opponents decide to build something that's like aerial, you could probably just power through with those. Something more balanced would probably be Marines, like just mass Marines. I think that would be That would be fun. That would be fun. I don't know how strong that would be because Nova Marines they're like Hydralisk in terms of DPS. They're like around that. So yeah, they might actually be pretty good actually. I think Mengsk is also pretty good with his LMG boys that he has access to, and or Warhounds if you really need something a little bit more healthy. Royal Guards are kind of out of the question except for like Sky Furies and Aegis Guard, but when they do get working, they are going to like crush really hard. Because Aegis Guards have a lot of DPS. I think I would recommend either Aegis Guard or Sky Fury this week, unless you can get an Emperor's Shadow to really pop off with her Immolation Blast. Otherwise, any of the other ones I think aren't that worth it because Dehaka is going to eat one of them right from the get-go. So there's that. In the B tier, we have commanders who are, I think, have a few decent, like 1 or 2 decent outs, but a good amount of weaknesses, I would say. Like, not bad, but like some. So, for example, Stetman, I think Gary is very strong against any sort of early swarm tactic, and Gary will probably end up being like your strongest unit, probably. Only problem is Stetman can't really take advantage of that aerial dominance because Gary is his like only real flying unit that contends with the sky if it's like against anti-armor flyers. So that's that. Focus strike algorithm with lurkers are really good, but they don't hit flying units. That's about it. And also because they're based on energy, they're gonna run out, so their DPS just sort of drops once they're out of energy. So that's gonna kind of suck. But I don't see Statman being too bad, but I don't think he's the best. Han and Horner, similar situation. I think you kind of lose your flexibility this week. I would say, because your ground units, especially the grenade cards, the Hellions, are actually very, very good choice as a DPS unit. And you kind of want to keep them around, because if you sell them, like, they'll go back down to 90 HP. Like, I've had Hellions go up to like 400 health before, and those are basically immortals, and they have a light status, so it's really good. So yeah, I would actually recommend that you build like a more stable comp with Han Horner. I think building a cheese tech switch comp is less effective this week because of Unstoppable and like the way it stacks. You could probably get some like Deimos Vikings and keep them around, and they'll get tanky as they farm up kills and as you buff their maximum HP. I think Swan is okay as well this week. He's got decent AoE with his Thors. The laser beam kind of helps you like win the Dehaka slap fight at the beginning. And I think Cyclones are a pretty good choice overall, unless, of course, there is a large swarm of small units, then you'll probably want something else. Science Vessels could also do a lot of work too, if your opponents have a lot of bio. But yeah, that's about it. It's just like a little slow start for Swan. Maybe Ares bots could be really good. I don't know. They don't really have the highest DPS, so there's that. Next, we got Raynor. I think Raynor's problem is his bio ball doesn't shoot up. Marines don't do a lot of damage, so they drop off like a rock once the Dehaka gets extra armor and his flame breath. That's, I would say, one of the core weaknesses of Raynor. So maybe an air Raynor with Banshees would be very good. But that also takes a lot of time to set up, so it doesn't seem as good. But we'll see here. And then, let's see. In the C tier, we have commanders who I think will be kind of struggling. So Karax has one out with his Annihilators. I think those are really good for the most part. If your opponents build into like a huge swarm, your Colossus can actually be ridiculously strong. But you still have to take care of Dehaka as a threat. And I think Karax's frontline doesn't really... I don't know, it's like a sponge, and it's a pretty expensive sponge, so your opponents are going to get pretty beefy off of killing it. So that's also kind of bad. And Karax sort of has that vulnerability of not being flexible in the skies. So, I don't know, your Mirages kind of suck against things that have high armor and or high health, and if they have both, then that's bad. So yeah, I think with Karax, you just kind of want to try and focus the fight as much as you can on the ground if possible. I think that's probably the best way to do it, because Karax is unbelievably strong on the ground. So yeah. Abathur, what are we going for here for Abathur? Ravagers got nerfed like a while ago, so they're not as strong as they used to be. Your biomass is still pretty good, but it also gets nullified a bit by Dehaka being able to eat your biomassed unit. So your first biomass unit isn't really going to do much. And Abathur kind of lacks on the DPS kind of side, and so if it becomes a slapping fight, he's going to have less slapping power overall. It's probably a Ravager kind of angle, just lots of Ravagers, I'll be honest. And yeah, I don't know. Your queens are a little less effective. Maybe they could be more effective. You just have to have a lot of them because Dehaka could eat them and like cause like a psionic explosion, which could do a lot of damage. But yeah, maybe your queens could be more effective. But your queens don't do enough damage. So Abba doesn't really have a high DPS unit. That's the only problem. Because he's definitely not short of HP and like tankiness. That's for sure. So yeah, Tychus is in the C tier, but I think he actually potentially can be very strong. You really have to maximize AoE on Tychus this week. It's AoE or bust. I think Nux could be helpful for a little bit, but he's gonna drop off the face of the earth once things get tankier. But it can also be a way to control your opponents to prevent them from getting tankier. I think with Tychus himself, like the Shredder Grenade upgrade, definitely gonna be useful. Tychus could get harvesting it real strong. I don't know if a Sam strategy would be good this week because there's no cooldown reduction at all, so I don't think Sam's that good. Maybe a Kev with hammer munitions could be good. Maybe potentially, but yeah, I think Tychus is all about just packing in as much AoE as you can and just harvesting as much HP as you can per wave, and then hopefully being the thickest boy, and winning like that. Artanis, I think I might actually put him lower. I don't know. He kind of struggles in like sort of large crowd situations. And he makes up for that with his pretty good AoE. The only problem is his AoE does fixed amounts of damage, and after a certain point, that's no longer good enough. And so you're just like feeding wood into a fire. You're just making it bigger as you struggle to overcome your opponents. Your scarabs run out of ammo. Your spinny boys just don't spin hard enough, or like they just get blasted. And all your guys, unless your opponents are armored, are gonna struggle a little bit. I don't know. He's also gonna struggle against Dehaka, like as a unit, because Dehaka is typeless. Well, typeless where Artanis is concerned, unless he buys Archons. But then you're buying Archons, which will get eaten. But yeah, like he has no bonus damage against Dehaka, so that also is not the greatest. Next in the D tier, we got our boy. We got our boy Phoenix. I think I might be a little bit unfair to Phoenix. I might have to switch spots, like switch Artanis and Phoenix. I'm thinking now, because Phoenix, like the Dragoon form, it can get very thick, and so can most of his heroes. I just don't think he has a good like high DPS unit to like just drop and spam. Maybe it's still Immortal. Maybe it's still Adept Immortal. You know, just with a little difference. I don't know. But yeah, the AoE is a little bit lacking. Definitely need a Warbringer in there. But yeah, I'll take some time to build up to that point. And I think Zagara is probably like a decent D tier. Your AoE explosions will pay off less and less, and if your Banelings get more health because they killed stuff, it's not going to be as effective because they don't need that health really. Yeah, and I don't know, Hunter Killers are okay. I guess they're okay. And then Vorazun, I think, is probably the worst off this week because Void Rays, which is her usual like go-to late game, really struggles against Dehaka, and usually Void Rays like to focus on Dehaka, so that's bad. And I don't know, maybe you could do a Stalker Stacker thing. Also not the greatest. DTs could maybe work, but also yeah, I don't know. Vorazun's I think it's a bit of a harder struggle this week, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about the tier list, and until next time, I will see you guys later.
The tires! Let's light some fires! Need a light. They picked the wrong fight.